Okay. It's going. Alright, Allison. I'm gonna try and send you a video for like the 5th time, okay? Because somehow, something keeps happening to where I'm trying to download it onto your Facebook and it's like, 228 minutes left, 140 minutes left. Then it never uploads. So anyways, I don't really know what to talk about, so I'm gonna talk about guys. Because who doesn't like boys? Well, I mean, there's people that don't like boys, but I mean, like you and me. We like boys. So, let me talk about the difference between California boys and North Carolina boys. I'm gonna start with North Carolina boys and how they dress. Actually, California boys, I'm just gonna compare how they dress real quick. Okay, like California boys, for example, they have like shoes that go with their outfits or whatever. Like, maybe they have like 5 pairs of shoes. I don't know. Maybe a little bit more depending on like what race they are, because let's be honest, Mexicans and blacks tend to buy way more shoes to match all their outfits because they gotta look good. White boys just own like 2 pairs of Vans and that's about it. Anyways, so like they have shoes, they like to match them to their outfits, whatever. But out here in Charlotte, North Carolina, boys are buying shoes like they're falling off the trees or something. Like, they act like the world's gonna end. Like, I've never seen boys wear so many shoes. They have like 70 pairs of shoes to match every fucking shirt in the closet. It's like they buy their shoes, then they buy the shirts to match. Not only do their shoes have to match the shirts, and I mean like match perfectly, but their whole outfits all around. I mean, this isn't for like all of them. I'm talking about like the white guys out here. They are so preppy. Like, never in my life have I seen a guy wear like a pink polo shirt and tan khaki pants unless it was on Gossip Girl. But that's how the boys out here dress. Like, they all belong on Gossip Girl. And I don't know if you've seen Gossip Girl, but this is definitely a girl show. My personal opinion is boys should not be dressing like they want to be a girl. They have to have matching accessories to go with their clothes, and I don't know. That's not something, like, I'm not saying like, like your hat shouldn't match your shirt, because obviously it should, but it's how it's done that's different. Like, I'm not trying to say California is ghetto compared to Charlotte, but that's the only way to put it. I'm gonna say that I prefer the ghetto guys, because the guys out here are very preppy, and I'm not liking it. Second of all, let me just say, the guys out here are very into, like, they're all metro. Not all of them, but the majority. Not only are they metro, but some of them are ugly. And I'm not saying it like we don't have ugly guys. Like, obviously tons of guys in California are butt-ass ugly. But it's like they know they're ugly. The guys out here are ugly, but they try to act like they look real good. And I mean, I'm not saying like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 10, because obviously I'm not. I'm going to go with a 6.5 on a good day. I could be a 7.5. Depends on how I'm feeling. Today I'm going to go with the 6. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The guys out here could be like a 5 on a scale, but they dress like they think that they're a 12. And then it just throws the whole look off. Like, I'm not saying that if you're ugly, you need to dress ugly. Like, you could dress yourself up and look nice, but don't, like, overshoot for the stars. Like, astronauts dress up like an astronaut. You are in prison, you dress like a prisoner. You go in to race in a NASCAR, you dress like a NASCAR driver. You don't go to the moon dressed as a prisoner. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. And second of all, like, don't even like get me started on the fact that there could be like an ugly guy and he'll have like a shitty personality. Then you have over here a good-looking guy with a shitty personality. Where are all the good personality people? I've met three. Three guys out here so far I've met that have a solid personality. And they're not ugly. Like, I mean, they're not like the best looking, but some are like, some of them, like 2 of them are much better looking than the other one. But whatever. Anyways, they're good guys. I like them. They're nice. But the point is, what I'm saying is, like, for example, today I was talking to this guy. Very attractive. And I'm like sitting there thinking to myself, like, oh, this guy's good looking. And what a nice smile. But you know, it's like when he started to talk, he became less less good looking. And it's not because he didn't have personality, it's because he thought he was good looking. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between being good looking and knowing you're good looking. And then there's being good looking and thinking that you're super attractive. Like, I'm sitting there thinking, like, oh, this guy's good looking, and like, he's talking and stuff. And then he's just talking about how he's a model. I was like, alright, you know, I can see it. You're good looking. You could be a model. I don't care. And then he talks about how he's not from here, Charlotte, North Carolina. And I was like, alright, I mean, he's partly from here because he was raised here as a child, but then he moved away to New York, and then he came back here. And I was like, okay, you know, whatever. I don't care. But then he's like, talking about how in New York, all the girls are so good looking, and like, they're all 10s, and like, out in Charlotte, he only seems to see 5s, and I'm like thinking to myself, like, first off, dude, you're an 8 at most. So don't think that you can only get 10s. Like, a 10 gets a 10. No, you're an 8. And then he goes to me, if she ain't a dime, she ain't worth my time. But out here, I have to lower my standards. Dude, reality check. You're good looking, but let me point out something. First off, your face is shiny as hell. Okay? Looks like you got grease and oil all up on there. Second of all, your eyebrows, they're fading. Like, his eyebrow went to here, then it faded. That's not cute. You should pencil that shit in. Then, he has, like, a little bit of acne. And, you know, I have acne, like, I don't care. But don't sit there and talk about how you're, like, the best looking guy. This is what he's doing. He's like, all the guys in my class, you know, none of them match up to me. None of them are half as good looking as me. I work at a clothing store. I dress nice. I gotta look good. If it's a girl, she gotta look good. But out here, I'll lower my standards. Like, a 10 out here is really like a 5 in New York. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. And he just continues to talk. Finally, I was like, I'm gonna go to class. Get the fuck away from you. That's how they all are, though. It's like, if they're good looking, he'll be like, oh, they look good looking. But then they think they're good looking. And then all of a sudden, they become not so good looking. But then the not so good looking guys, it's like they know they're not good looking. So they have no personality. I mean, like, hello. It's called like a total package. It's called being smart, funny, good looking, personality. Like, you gotta hold a conversation. Don't sit there and just talk to me about you all day, because I don't give 2 shits about that. Like, oh yeah, you know, I want to know your background, and I want to know, like, what type of things you like. But don't just talk to me about how you look. I can see what you look like. Okay? If I was blind, I'd feel your face to feel whether or not I think you're good looking. You don't need to describe to me in detail how you look. Oh, you have brown eyes. That's nice. Because I wasn't looking at your eyes. I was looking into the deep, dark pits of your soul, which are heartless. That cocky shithead. Anyways, I'm going to end this video, and then I'm going to make you another video. But this is my little rant about boys out here. I'll probably make more. But yeah.